Welcome back to GRC. Merry Christmas, everybody! Hope you've all had a fantastic Christmas. Welcome back to Geordie Retro Chasers, our pickups of 2021, and of course, the reveal of our mystery box winner. So, what are we going to do in this episode? Well, as promised, two things. First and foremost, we're going to have a look at my top 10 pickups of 2021. When I say that, we're going to look at the top 5 gaming pickups that I've picked up, and then the top 5 retro toys, because we know we love a little bit of retro toys on this channel. Then after that, we're going to spin that wheel, and we are going to reveal the winner of the Geordie Retro Chasers mystery box from the last video, where all you had to do to be involved with it was drop a comment underneath. So the guys who dropped the comment, you're in the hat. We're going to spin the wheel at the end of the show, and whoever wins that mystery box, I'll get it sent out. Just before we get into these top 10 things, I just want to give you a little heads up. I will be back on the Retro Chefs Swap Shop. That will be broadcast at 8 p.m. Please get involved. What we do is we take a collection of tubers. We go through some of the stuff that we have that we're trying to, sell, move on, trade. The key's pretty much in the name. So I'm going to drop a link below to where you need to be at 8 p.m. on the 2nd of January. Come and join me and a whole host of other YouTubers, just basically having some great banter, looking at some real relics, and hopefully doing a few deals. Lovely. Alright guys, let's get into it. Let's do the top 10 pickups of this year. 5 gaming related, 5 toy related, and then let's have a look at the spin the wheel for the mystery box at the end of the show.
There's a magical place, we're on our way there, with toys in the millions all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us. Soon after bedtime, when dark nighttime falls, Jeffrey and helpers stock up all the shelves. From ceiling to floor, books, board games and mice, tennis, puppets and dolls, bags, spaceships and trikes. There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us.
Kicking us off with the toys was the Flint Mobile. Now, this was a movie that I was hugely into as a kid. I don't know if you already know, but Rick Moranis is one of my favourite actors of all time. If you look at some of the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the Ghostbusters, and of course he was in the Flintstones. So we picked this up off an internet group, and the only reason I bought it for, the box is absolutely immaculate, and it's probably a rabbit hole I am going to end up falling down. But to kick us off at number 5 for the toys is my Flintstones Flint Mobile. Swooping in at number 4 is the Turtles. Now, this is obviously the UK variant, because as you can see, it says Heroes. Because if I open this up, you can see inside, there he is, Leo in all his glory, still immaculately boxed. Yeah, it's got a couple of little tears at the corner there, but nothing too much. Something, as you can see behind me, Turtles were a huge, huge part of me growing up. I was the kid who had, the breakfast cereal, the pizzas, the curtains, the bedding, and that's before we get into the toys and games. So in at number 4 for my toy pickup of 2021, it is the Turtles Mutations, a lovely Leonardo. Lovely. All right, guys, this isn't really a toy, but I'm going to pop it in that category anyways. And of course, made famous from our intro, it is my Mario or Super Mario Bros. Alarm clock, out to celebrate Super Mario Bros. 3, the greatest NES game of all time. I scored this off a mate of mine called Andrew. Please go and have a look at his Instagram. He is called Solid State Vintage on Instagram. And some of the stuff he posts, honestly, if you're into your 80s and 90s, and I mean everything from alarm clocks to you name it, Andrew has it. Go over and have a quick butchers at his Insta. I picked this up in February 2021, along with another item, which is actually in the other crossover. So, in at number 3, yes, he's not a toy, but he is one of my favourite pieces. Looks like he's been necking a few of those mushrooms that, I wouldn't suggest sprinkling on your chips. Yeah, absolutely lethal pickup. Smashing. In at number 2, and a big shout out to Mrs. GRC. She picked me up the Teenage Mutant Hero, so again, the British variant, Turtles Cheapskate, which of course was the Street Skate, which if we open this up very gently, he actually comes with all his little books and artwork, so he's absolutely immaculate. And if we just lift this out, there he is there. Complete, these are quite difficult to come by. They generally have sort of either the stick missing, or they have the little flag missing, or more importantly, the shield that came with it. I'm pretty sure he came with it. He might not have, but anyways, it's all there. It's all complete. Yes, it's not the biggest, but full sentimental value, both from who I got it off and of course the franchise. So in at number 2 was the Teenage Mutant Hero / Ninja Turtles Cheapskate. And my top toy pickup of 2021, and the only reason is I put this in there is for 2 things. 1, the price, and 2, we found it in the wild. And he was the Micro Machines Military Combat Zone with the 4 battle actions. This was literally just picked up in a couple of episodes ago, where we were at the car boot and we found this for a fine English £1, £2, £3, £4, £5.
Greetings, I am the Count.
The guy actually had 2, which I explained in the episode, but the other one was a little bit battered. This one, as we've said, was in immaculate condition. It's fully complete inside. I can't be bothered to open the box, but it's all there. And like I said, the only reason he swooped his way in at number 1, sorry Mrs. GRC, because I know you have bought me some cool stuff, is because I found him in the wild, and that's what this channel is all about, finding those 80s and 90s relics out in the wild. Lovely jubbly. Alright guys, that does it for our top 5 toys. Yes, there wasn't some big things in there, but let's give a couple of little honorary mentions too. How could we forget Ronan? Yeah, found him in the wild. Go on, lad. And the last honorary mentions who just didn't make my top 5 were the lovely Freddy Krueger that we picked up for absolutely half price, because the guy said it actually had a couple of little creases in the bottom. Nice. And last but not least was the good old Battle Cat that we got from the Gated Comic Con. Them 2 guys just missing out on the top 5. So now let's get into the games.
Super Mario is back! He's blasting through worlds where no one has ever been. He's taking on enemies no one else dares. This time, Mario plucks up power wherever he goes, so he is bigger and better than ever before. You've never seen creatures like these. You've never had an adventure like this. He's everything you've dreamed of and worlds more. It's Super Mario 2, another great game only from Nintendo. Nintendo, the world's #1 game system.
Swooping in at number 5 is my lovely Game Boy sealed set. When I say sealed, it's not factory sealed. Comes with the carry pouch, the yellow Game Boy, and of course a copy of Super Mario Land. This was bought for me for my birthday. In fact, my apologies, it comes with Super Mario Land and Super Mario Land 2. It was bought off a very good friend of mine, and we went and picked this up. He actually sat onto it for quite some time. He did put it on the internet, and as soon as I seen it, I've started falling down a bit of a Game Boy rabbit hole. Soon as I seen this, I thought, yeah, I've got to have that. So big shout out to my very good man, and I hope you and your family have had a wicked Christmas and New Year. And of course, that is my good mate, Jamie Kearney. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, brother. Rolling in at number 4 is the boxed version of my see-through Indigo Game Boy. Rolling in at number 4 is the boxed version of my see-through Indigo Game Boy Color. Now, I can't remember if I got this off Andrew from Solid Vintage, or I actually got this off Kearney, who we've just mentioned. Whoever it was, though, big shout out to you, because, both of you have hooked me up with solid deals. If I didn't buy it off either of you, then apologies, whoever I bought this off. But in at number 4, like I said, falling down a bit of a Game Boy rabbit hole, was the Game Boy Color see-through. Smashing. Now, I can't remember if I got this off Andrew from Solid Vintage, or I actually got this off Kearney, who we've just mentioned. Whoever it was, though, big shout out to you because, both of you have hooked me up with solid deals. If I didn't buy it off either of you, then apologies whoever I bought this off. But in at number 4, like I said, falling down a bit of a Game Boy rabbit hole was the Game Boy Color see-through. Smashing. All right, guys, my top 3 and the big hitters of 2021. In at number 3 is this beauty. When you're at work and your colleague comes up to you and says, "Oh, I know you're into your retro bits. I reckon I've got something in the loft that you might be interested in." So my good man Ian Douglas from work, I said, "Yeah, I'm always interested in retro bits." He said, "I'll take a photo of it. If you're into it, we'll come to an agreement and strike a deal. If you're not, I'll put it back in the loft." I thought, yeah, and you take all these stories with a pinch of salt. He came in the next day and he had a picture of this on his telephone. And it is a minty, and I mean minty, Mega Drive imported from Japan. Why does he have a Japanese import, I hear you say? Well, let me tell you. On the day of launch, he went to buy one. He wanted the old Mega Drive over the SNES. When he went to a shop that we had in the Northeast here, I think it was a Northeast-based shop called Beatty's. And Beatty's specialised in everything from sort of video games to radio control cars to model railways. They were like a real job lot of shop, but they specialised in toys and, models and all that type of stuff. So Ian says, when I went, I said, I want to purchase one of the brand new Sega Mega Drive systems. The gentleman said, not a problem, I'll go and get you one from out the back. And guess what? That was the version they brought out for him. So he managed to pick up a brand, and he's actually kept it in its box, in the loft, for all those years, till he met the Geordie Retro Chaser, who parted with some fine English pounds for this. So in at number 3 of my pickups of 2021 is my Japanese Sega Mega Drive. Boom! 1 in 2 or 2 in 1 is, probably tomato, but we're going to try and put them in some sort of first and second. And I think to appease Mrs. GRC, this one is going to come in at number 2. And of course, it's the Iced Blue complete set with the Mario N64 of the Nintendo 64. I always wanted one of the see-through ones, whether there was the orange one or the pink one or the green one. So when Andrew, again, big shout out to Solid State Vintage, when he sent me some of the stuff he was looking to move, the one item, the real item that really caught my eye was this little beauty. Should we have a look at it outside the box? And here she is in all her glory. So yeah, we picked up a lovely Iced Blue N64. These are all out of my personal collection. None of these will ever find their way onto eBay. So again, big shout out Andrew for swooping his way in at number 2, Solid State Vintage, Lush. And my pickup of the year goes to Merry Christmas, Mr. GRC. Love, Mrs. GRC.
Yo, listen up. We will not live in a two-dimensional world. We won't go in one direction or zig where we can zag.
We will walk through walls. We will take a look around us.
We will not be confined. We believe in the path of least limits.
We won't be told how to view the world.
We will experience true freedom. We will not compromise. We will live the game through our hands. We will be in control of something. We will change the system.
Mrs. GRC, this is what she got me for my main gift for Christmas. Find a girl who does gaming, can cook and clean and do all of the above. Because I was told couples who game together stick together. In at number 1 is a beautiful Japanese boxed Nintendo 64. Nothing special about it. Not a special edition or anything, but just look at him. Look at the box on that. There isn't a tear in it. Should we attempt to open it? And as we can see inside, it is still absolutely immaculate. Comes with all its cables, comes with all the little bump, everything still minty. So that's why this has slid its way in to my pickup of 2021. And of course, it earns the brownie points with the missus. Could have been either one. Could have been the sky blue one. Or it could have been this one. But you know, lads, do us a favour. Big shout out, Mrs. GRC. Thank you very much. Alright guys, that was my top 10 items of 2021. Now let's go and do this spin the wheel.
Wheel of Fortune.
And a big congratulations to Mr. John Carr, who is the winner of the Geordie Retro Chasers mystery box. What I need you to do, John, is if you go and look at the description of this video below, you will find my social media handles. I am on Facebook, I am on Instagram, I am on YouTube. What I need you to do is, buddy, I need you to get your address to us so we can fire this mystery box off to you. Well done, bud. Hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, that's it. That is the last Geordie Retro Chasers video of 2021. Remember, Sunday the 2nd, we are on the swap shop with the Retro Chef, Sega Zombie, and a whole host of other class YouTubers. Get yourselves on there, pick yourselves up a bargain. In the meantime, let's bring on 2022. And what does it hold for the channel? Well, as per usual, you know, we build this channel, our foundations are on retro hunting videos. So as soon as the boot fair season reopens, we'll be back out into the wild looking for those relics. And also we did a couple of episodes this year, what we called High Street Heroics. And that is where we go around and we support our local retro and video game stores. I think there's about 5 or 6 in total in my area. We will be back out there with our camera, so look out Games Galaxy, look out Kev Moon. How could I forget? I almost forgot again. Give me 2 minutes, my good man. As you know, an episode wouldn't be an episode without a big shout out to Kev. If you're ever in Newcastle, go and have a look at that retro game shop. Let's have a quick look at what Kev gave us when I popped in. My very own Geordie Retro Chasers mug, which I will be using on the live stream on Sunday. I totally forgot to mention it in one of my last pickup videos where we picked up the Yoshi's Island. So big shout out, Kev. Merry Christmas, brother. Happy New Year. I'm sure you'll be taking some more money off me in the new year. Yeah, as I said, we'll be looking at Games Galaxy, that retro game shop, Mr. Chimney's Emporium, Games World. We're going to revisit all of those places that we did last year. But guys, that's it. We are done. Thank you very much once again for tuning in. Big Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you had a real good Christmas. Have a prosperous 2022. But from me, Mrs. GRC and Junior GRC, thank you very much for tuning in once again. And we will catch you on the flip side. Peace.